Okay, kids. We're gonna try and continue, actually we're going to continue our experiments with Cocalero. Now, didn't put as much thought into this as I did the last episode on this, because I was too bored of just sitting there writing, and I just want to dive in and do stuff. So, I was looking at, this is a terrible, this is not a bad way to film. Because there's green tea in Cocalero, and I thought I would begin that as my next basis of experimentation. And to my surprise, I did see that some people put vanilla in their green tea, which means I have access to my beloved Galliano, one of my absolute go-tos that I try not to go to every time. It's like everything I did in the early days. One of my habits when we got this bar sometime last month was like either maraschino or Galliano in everything. It's so easy that I had to stop doing it. But some people put vanilla in their green tea, so Cocalero and Galliano is an option. And then next time we're out and about, I'm also going to pick up like some apple brandy or some peach brandy, or both. And some people say, especially apple came up a lot. People like apple in their green tea. And I thought I might do falernum because someone talked about putting almond milk in their green tea, which seems really weird to me. Let's start sniffing around this problem. If you just take a big dual whiff of these two things, not 100%, not sold, but what I also think this could be, I'm undecided if it should be, you know what, I would always go with mellow corn. It's another one of my go-tos, and I know it goes well with Galliano. I was thinking also maybe bourbon. And then I should dip into the other stuff that we have down there. Like, this could be with the Maruta rum got misplaced. I could use, hell, I could use Jameson's. Or I could use, I've got a rye, I've got Bareface agave. That's not a bad idea. This is Bareface whiskey that also has some agave in it. So it's a tequila whiskey. It's a very limited edition thing. It's neat. It's goddamn neat. That's a contender. I might think of doing something with that. Let's see what happens if we throw in an ounce of Cocalero and an ounce of Galliano. Because if this works, it can be an homage to my other drink, the Black Galliano, and I'll call it the Green Galliano, which sounds like a fantastic Star Trek alien. Oh, I didn't choose a glass for this, but it's gotta be martini. green color off the bat again. Smooth nose. You smell vanilla and Cocalero. It's better than Cocalero on its own. It doesn't feel like a drink though. It's also not very strong. It's like this just proves that we're not headed in the wrong direction. Now, what might be the wrong direction would be to put in. Yeah, this is probably too bold of a choice right off the bat. Because I do want to try Cocalero and tequila sometime as well. For today, I want to try it. The mellow corn is out. I might as well. Don't want to run out of mellow corn again. But as I've said recently, you know, if you have like, you know, I was probably still like 8 ounces there, but if you feel like a bottle is running low, so you don't drink it, that's the same as the bottle being empty. Like, the point of a bottle is that you can drink it, that it's drinkable. So if you're always saving the last of something, then whatever the second last one was became the last one. If you have 6 beers and you don't want to drink your last one, then your 5th beer becomes your last beer. So you can't drink that either, because then you can't drink any more. It's a paradox that I've been trying to explain and trying to write about. So this is an even mix of mellow corn, Galliano, and Cocalero. So this is a modified All-Star Manhattan at this point. So what the hell's the other ingredient in an All-Star Manhattan? Oh, I was wrong. An All-Star Manhattan is mellow corn, maraschino, and dry vermouth. So, I'm not biting my own style here. Again, good color, grainy. It's kind of like good absinthe colored. Good nose. It's acceptable. It's not more than the sum of its parts though. I can actually taste each of the 3 ingredients, and it's like, yeah, like if these are the 3 things you have at your bar for some reason, go ahead and make this drink. But there's got to be more that we can do here. So let's start with the crazy shit now. I mean, why add more booze? It might work. It might work. I do have drinks that are, you know, 5 or 6 ingredients, but let's see if we can broaden our horizons a little. Get a ½ ounce of falernum in there, and then take another peek and see what we see. Has made it a hideous color. Swampy yellow. Looks alright in the HUD actually, but it looks terrible in real life. If falernum is an option at all, that was too much. Falernum is so strong that, like, it's just insane. Good. There's so much ginger in it, is what's really coming across here. That's only relevant because I was thinking, if I make another drink, I can put this one aside and Liv can have it when she comes home. She might not. I don't know when she's done today. It's all right. So I kind of want to try it with. I'm tempted to just throw some fucking tequila in this as well. Now that we're just at the fucking crazy point. Yeah, so if you made a drink that was about ounce and a half or 2 ounces mellow corn, and an ounce of either of those, and falernum, or any kind of ginger syrup, and like a 1/4 ounce or less ginger syrup, you wind up with an okay drink. I'm not sold, but we're not headed in the wrong direction per se. Let's throw in the good tequila. One thing that I find myself doing in these last couple videos and experimentation videos is, like, you shouldn't use your good booze for cocktails. Like, I don't want to say the point of a cocktail is to, you know, hide imperfections and stuff like that, but, you know, if you have a scotch is the go-to example. Like, you don't make scotch cocktails with fantastic scotch. You just drink fantastic scotch. Just neat, or even, you know, if you're a dick, you put cold stones in it. But I like to give cocktails their best possible chance of success by at least starting with the good stuff. And then, if a recipe works and I can try substituting a lesser spirit, then so let's throw in a 1/2 ounce of tequila in this. Because we have 2 tequilas. We have a good tequila, it's this guy, Rooster Rojo. Yep, Rooster Rojo. Product of Mexico. That's what you'd hope, but it's nice to be assured. And then we have a crappy tequila called Sparkle Donkey. It's a gold tequila, and yeah, it's just not as good. Like, Rooster Rojo, I have no problem drinking straight. It tastes like good tequila to me. And then Sparkle Donkey is wincing shooting tequila. So now this is a goddamn tiki drink because it's got 1.5 ounces of mellow corn, which is overproof, 1/2 ounce of tequila. It's got falernum, which is like almost de facto tiki, vanilla. I like the color even less now, though. Strangely enough, I smell tequila. I don't mind that. I think, surprisingly, we're even closer down this trail. Because now maybe it's just that there is so much going on in there, but it does taste like more than some of its parts now. I can taste that it's a tequila cocktail, which is strange because there's the least tequila in it. But I definitely think tequila and Cocalero go together well. I think that's got to be the base of whatever the final drink's gonna be. And then if I make a good Cocalero cocktail, I'll try putting agua in that. So if I can make if you can make a good Cocalero cocktail, that's one thing, because there's a lot going on there. It's good to play with. As I said in the past, I was excited to get this because it's just more complex and more interesting and better tasting than agua. And when I say agua, I mean this garbage. But the more garbage a drink is, a liquid is, the better bartender you have to be to work with it successfully. So. We're gonna have some damn bar down here. So I'll wrap this up for today so that I'm not just smashing drinks and everything like that, but we definitely learned that tequila works, mellow corn works, but gets lost, so it's hard to say if it's actually adding anything, which really does mean that I should try this with Bareface again sometime. But I'll wrap up so this isn't too long, I don't have to make too many drinks. I'm so tired of being drunk, you guys. It's been a long lockdown. I'm sick to death of being drunk all the time. Yeah. So I'll just wrap up there. I will clean up the bar. Thank you to the 0 viewers who have watched all the previous videos and who will no doubt watch this.